Well, good morning, everyone. This week, it feels different because this is the first class I'm teaching this week, and this is also the only class I'm teaching this week. But yesterday would have been like my first day back after the weekend, and with me taking this little step away from teaching in studios, just having that day to move slowly was really special. And it made me realize the importance of making time for slowness. And the beautiful thing about this practice is when we step into this space and onto our yoga mats, we are making a decision to step away from everything else and to slow things down and to really create this hyper focus on the moment, to be aware of the subtle sensations of the body and the subtle sensations of the breath and the subtleties of the heart and the subtleties that are the deeper knowing in our minds that rest beneath the clutter and the distractions and the busyness of thoughts about, the to-do list and something that happened in the past or whatnot. And this practice is really that. It's this invitation to slow down a little bit. And so for our class today, allowing ourselves to really settle into shapes and to be really aware of how we feel when we give ourselves more space to actually notice. And so we're also going to start just with a little bit of time and meditation, just to become aware and to ground together into the moment. And so you can either start in a seat or you can start lying on your back body. We'll eventually be moving from the back body. So if you prefer to start on the earth, feel free to start there. Once you've chosen a shape that feels comfortable, just give yourself a moment to really settle in. Creating any adjustments so that you feel fully supported by the earth below. As you allow your eyes to close, begin the process of deepening your breath. As you start to deepen and slow down your breath, notice how quickly some of that clutter and distraction begins to fade away. And giving yourself that focused task of taking a deeper breath in and a slower breath out. Just to bring all of your awareness to the present moment. And continuing to deepen your breath, start to notice the sensations that are present with your breath as well. Feeling every moment along the length of your inhale. The pause at the top of your breath, and then every moment along the length of your exhale. And the pause at the bottom of your breath. And continuing to observe your breath and the sensations that accompany it. Let your awareness reach a little bit wider to include the sensations of your body. The temperature of your body, the areas of your body that are in contact with the earth, any small sensations in terms of maybe discomfort, heaviness, lightness. Try not to filter anything out, just noticing all of the sensations in your body. And start to bring your awareness into the layer of your heart. Maybe identifying one or a couple of the sensations that are present at your heart, the emotions or feelings that are present in this moment. And trying not to filter anything out. And then as we continue to deepen our breath and to notice our bodies, the movements of our hearts, let's also lean back and start to notice the movements of the mind. You lean back in your awareness enough to be able to watch the stream of thoughts that are traveling through. And as we lean back into the observance of thoughts, you can feel that little bit of distance, that little bit of separation between us and our thoughts. Knowing that we always have this tool available, this tool of awareness available. Connect to breath, body, heart, and mind to create that distance between ourselves and our thoughts. When we feel like we're getting lost within the thoughts themselves or overwhelmed by the thoughts. And come back to this sensation, the space that we know is available to us, and use it as a tool to remind us that we are not our thoughts, and to be able to create more and more distance between us and them. And from this observance of thoughts and whatever is on your heart, this last moment before we start to move our bodies, start to bring to mind an intention. It's an individual intention that you'd like to move and breathe with today. So that the shapes that we travel through take on a deeper purpose and a deeper meaning. And bringing maybe one or both hands to your heart and that intention to the forefront. Let's take 3 rounds of cleansing breath together. A deep inhale in. An open mouth exhale out. As you're ready, deep breath in through your nose. And a clearing exhale to release. And once more, take a big breath in. And then release that breath away. And just taking as much time as you need. Slowly and gently start to find your way into a full body stretch on the back of your body. As you take your time to get there, also finding some small movements if you'd like. So maybe spread your fingers, spread your toes. You can take some circles, your ankles, your wrists. And then eventually start to bring both of your knees into your body. Option to curl your nose up to your knees, creating a stretch through the nape of your neck and the back of your heart. And then if your head and shoulders are lifted, release them back to the earth. Interlace both of your hands on your right shin and lengthen your left leg out across your yoga mat. So you find when you're moving pose, draw your right thigh in a little bit closer. Feel your tailbone lengthen towards the front of the room. And take a deep breath in. On your exhale, supine twist, let your right knee reach across your body to the left. Allow your right shoulder to get heavy towards the earth. And take a slow, slow breath here. And taking 2 more cycles of breath. Allow the breath to create this stretch. So let your right shoulder and your right knee be heavy to the ground. As you breathe deeply into your right side body, feel how that creates more depth in the sensation. And as you exhale that breath away, maybe you twist a little bit deeper. Let's take one more breath like that, a deep inhale in, creating that stretch from the inside out. And exhale to rinse and rotate. As you roll onto your back body, start to reach your right leg to the sky to create a hamstring stretch. And then feel free to keep your left leg long. If it would feel better to soften your left knee or take a big bend into your left knee. Right? Customize your left leg to what feels best in your body. And then focus on the sensation through your right hamstring. Your hands can gently bring your leg towards you. Maybe you point, flex, and circle through your ankle. Noticing all of the different sensations. And start to reach your right heel up to the sky, flex. And gently bend both of your knees into your body. Just switching to second side of this little progression, interlace your hands on your left shin. Let your right leg reach out long. Take a moment to gather your left thigh in nice and snug. Take a deep breath to your belly. And then as you exhale, supine twist, use the entire exhale to create the rotation. And send 3 slow cycles of breath along your left side body. You can also think about your left shoulder and your left knee stretching in opposite directions, away from the midline to deepen your twist. And take your last breath here, really again noticing the sensation of inhale. And this shift of sensation as you exhale. When you're ready, you'll roll onto your back body. Start to lengthen your left leg up to the sky to create your hamstring stretch. Adjust your right leg to what feels best for this side. And then start to explore with your left toes and ankle. Your shoulders soften away from your ears, relax your jaw. Let at least 1 or 2 more breaths move through your body. Send your left heel up to the sky. And from here, we're going to bend both of our knees into the chest again. Just lengthen through your low back for a moment. And then start to bring your knees into a 90-degree bend. So in a little upside down tabletop shape. Knees stacked over your hips and shins parallel to the earth. As you pull your navel to your spine, reach your hands up to the sky, palms face inward towards each other. And then keep your navel hugged in real tight to the earth. And as you start to inhale, reach your left leg forward to a hover and reach your right hand up overhead. So opposites extend. On your exhale, slow motion controlled from your center, Bring it back to start. So left knee goes to 90 and right fingertips to the sky. And we'll alternate sides. On your inhale, reach your right leg forward, left hand goes overhead. Actively pull your navel to your spine. And as you exhale, take the entire exhale to bring yourself back to that starting position. And we'll switch. Inhale your left leg forward, right hand reaches. Use your core to root your low back to the earth. And exhale back to start. You switch again. Inhale your right leg forward, send your left hand overhead. And slowly exhale back to start. And last round through, inhale your left leg forward, right hand reaches overhead. Slow motion, exhale back to start, navel hugs to spine. And last one, reach your right leg forward, lengthen your left arm overhead as you inhale. Reach, 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 navel pulls down and exhale slowly back to start. Release your knees to your chest. Take a big breath in. And open mouth, exhale to release. And start to find your way up to tabletop pose. You can take a couple of rocks the length of your spine, or just tip over to your left or right side and press your way up. As you stack shoulders over wrists and hips over knees, you're going to spread your fingers really wide. And then inhale to your cow pose. Lift through your heart, lift through your tailbone. And your exhale, find your cat pose around your spine. Push the earth away. And inhale back to your cow pose, heart and tailbone lift. And stay in your cow pose for a moment and shift a little bit forward and back. So rinsing forward and back with your heart and tailbone to the sky. Let your breath continue to flow. On your next exhale, you're going to find your cat pose. Same thing, as you round your spine, shift a little bit forward and back. Head is heavy, shoulders out of ears. And from here, follow your next inhale just back to a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale to your downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And relax your head, release your neck. Maybe take a little bit of movement through your legs if you want to pedal through your feet. Then begin to walk forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow your knees to soften, just melt across your thighs. Begin with a sway from side to side. Allow your head just to dangle to the earth. And start to shift a little bit forward and back. And see if you can find that sweet spot where you fold the deepest. And pausing in that sweet spot. On your next inhale, take that halfway lift. Start to lengthen out through your spine. Extend from crown to tailbone. And exhale, forward fold release. Roll your eyes all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Take a big circle, sweep to the sky with your breath in. On your exhale, soften your knees and goddess your arms. Your elbows open wide. And inhale, hands reach high to the ceiling again. And your exhale, forward fold, slowly hinge down to the earth. Take a big breath and a halfway lift. And then step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Lower your left knee down to the earth, and as you inhale, lift up through your heart and hands, Anjaneyasana. With your exhale, goddess your arms, elbows open wide again. Deep breath in, hands to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, hands to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs into your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. Send your heart towards your right toes and try to send your tailbone up to the sky. Feel your right thigh bone plugging up and in. And then hug your left hip point forward. You take one more breath here. Maybe you explore with your left heel being high or reaching your left heel down to the earth. Then you'll bend into your right knee and step back into your high plank pose. Right foot's gonna join your left. So you light up your thighs and your center, take a slow inhale. And a slower exhale. The next breath in, start to shift it forward and then lower all the way to the earth as you empty your lungs. When you arrive, untuck your toes, inhale to your low cobra, lift the back of your heart space. And exhale to release. And inhale, low or high cobra. Perhaps your hands boost you a little bit higher in your heart opening. And exhale to release. For this last one, we're going to take a gecko pose. So send your hands wider than your yoga mat. Tuck your fingertips on the earth, elbows stack over your wrists, slide your shoulders out of your ears. And as you breathe in, press into your hands. Your fingertips push into the earth, lift your heart up any amount. Feel your ribcage pull forward away from your pelvis. And exhale to lower it down. As your hands return to your low ribs, press back into a child's pose. Push your hips to your heels, lengthen through your spine. From your child's pose, you're going to look forward towards your hands. You're going to bend your elbows, scoop forward into a cow pose. Your heart's going to slither forward and up as you inhale. Might be a little more elongated than your traditional cow. That's okay. As you exhale, tuck your toes, scoop it back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, then inhale, lift your heels up high. On your exhale, step or hop to the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. We'll inhale to lengthen halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale to release. Rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Take a big breath in. And your exhale, goddess, your arms, elbows open wide. And inhale your hands to the sky. And exhale a forward fold back to the earth. Breathe into your halfway lift, extend out. And step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat. Release your right knee down to the ground and follow your inhale to lift up, see your heart and hands. As you draw your front ribs in, exhale your elbows wide into your goddess arms once again. And inhale, fingertips find the sky. Cat lunge, let your hands arrive to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs. And give yourself a couple extra moments here. So finding that squareness to your hip. Your right hip's gonna hug forward, left hip's gonna draw back in space. Then think almost like creating a cow spine here. Send your tailbone to the sky. Send your heart forward and slightly up, so proud through your chest. You can have your right heel high on your tippy toes, or you can reach your right heel back down towards the ground. Feeling those two sensations. And start to bend into your front knee, high plank pose, left foot steps back. Once you have your strong plank, inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Open your heart, up dog or cobra, take a big breath in. And we'll go back to downward facing dog with exhale out. In your down dog, take a breath through your nose. Then release that breath out of your mouth. Then inhale your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, take your right knee to your left tricep, cross underneath your body and pause. Holding here, take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. Okay, 2 more like that. Slow inhale. Actively push through your hands, slow exhale. One more time, you got a deep breath in. Patient as your exhale empties out. 3-legged dog, your core and your inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Then on the exhale, place your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Take a twist, reach your right hand to the ceiling as you inhale. Then your exhale, release your right hand down to the earth. Turn all 10 toes to the left so you're facing the long edge of your yoga mat and bend into your left knee for your side lunge or your skandasana. Any option to spread your wings, whether you're in skandasana or your lifted side lunge for the strength of the back of your body, the back of your heart. Then we're going to go to the front of our yoga mat again. So whether you're high or low, bend into your right knee and turn the face forward. Strong legs, high crescent lunge, press through your feet and find your way all the way up. And so you're right, take a nice full inhale. And your exhale, goddess, your arms, elbows open wide. With your breath in, reach your heart and hands to the ceiling again. As you breathe out, airplane your arms beside you. Opening to warrior 2, left heel lands to the earth, spread your wings wide. With your in-breath, reverse your warrior right hand to the sky. And stay here as you exhale, you deepen into your lunge. Let your shoulders soften away from your ears and pull your front ribs in. Maybe rotating your right shoulder back in space to open your heart more to the sky. Take an extra inhale. And then side angle as you exhale. So choosing your side angle, you can either take a traditional side angle, an extended side angle. If you're feeling super fiery, feel free to take your double reach and send both hands forward. And think about the space between your shoulders and ears again, and the width of your collarbones. You can explore the depth of your lunge here, kind of bending into your knee a little bit more, sinking your hips down. Maybe lifting back up, finding that sweet spot. Good. And then from here, we're going to reverse our triangle. Press through your right foot, breathe your way up, right leg long, right hand high. And as you breathe out, turn your right toes to the long edge of your yoga mat as well. We're going to take a twisted side lunge this time. So as your left knee bends, bring your right fingertips or palm to the earth and reach your left hand to the sky. The crown of your head and your tailbone stretch in opposite directions. You can press your right hand down into the earth and energetically towards your right foot to twist deeper. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, your left hand's going to sweep you low lunge to the front of your yoga mat. Bend into your right knee again, and as you pivot around, left hand's going to be your base. Side plank opening to the right side of the room. So step your right foot back. Right hand reaches to the sky, lift your hips up away from the earth. Take any variation you want. If you want to drop your left knee to modify or lift your right leg to intensify. Big, big inhale. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog. So slow motion, you tip to your plank. You'll either take a chaturanga flow, or we're going to make the conscious choice to skip it. And as you return to our downward facing dog, let's take a deep breath in again. The cleansing exhale, release. Follow your inhale to lengthen your left leg to the ceiling. As you exhale, take your left knee towards your right tricep. Sweep it underneath your body. Square through your shoulders. You hold for 3 slow breaths. Continue to draw your left thigh up and forward. Reach your heart forward as you take one more breath here. Then 3-legged dog, inhale, lengthens your left leg to the ceiling. And exhale to step your left foot forward to the top. Right palm or fingertips to the earth just for a moment. Breathe your left hand to the sky. Twist your heart to the left. And then exhale your left hand to the ground. Turning your toes to the right, bend into your right knee. Side lunge or skandasana to create more openness to your hips. And you have the option to spread your wings open here. Wherever you are, take that extra inhale. Low lunge to the front of your yoga mat as you exhale. Use the entire length of your in-breath to find high crescent lunge. We rise all the way up. And settle into your shape. Make any adjustments to your feet. Breathe in. Then goddess arms, breath out. Inhale, send your hands to the sky again. Next, let it airplane your arms, turn that hinge forward with your chest. Into our warrior two, unwind, open. And then follow your breath in to reverse your warrior and pause. So continuing to deepen your breath here, maybe again, you explore the depth of your lunge, the angle of your chest towards the sky, the space between your shoulders and your ears, the space between your left ribs and your left hip point, the energy of your shape, the temperature of your body maybe starting to increase. You take one more inhale. And here we go, side angle on your exhale. So again, choose the variation that's interesting to you in this moment on this side, and then start to explore different depths, different angles, different engagements or softenings. And you feel the four corners of both your feet on the earth, the rootedness of your heels, the length of your spine. And as we really connect to the awareness of our left foot, we're going to push through our left foot to reverse our triangle. Take a big breath in as you lengthen up and out. All 10 toes turn to the long edge of your yoga mat. As you bend your right knee, twisted side lunge, bring your left hand to the earth. Reach your right hand to the sky. So again, you can be on your left fingertips or your palm. Spin your heart open to the ceiling. Breathe your sits bones back. So think about stretching your sits bones back so you can create more room between your upper half and your lower half. Right hand's going to lead the way. Low lunge to the front of your yoga mat. So you turn forward, right palm comes to the earth, side plank facing the left side of your yoga mat. So you're going to step your left foot back. Maybe it steps back in one strong intentional swoop. And you reach your left hand to the sky. So you can lift a leg, you can drop your bottom knee. So find the variation that feels good. Think about squaring your pelvis to the long edge of your yoga mat that you're facing. So typically our right hip needs to slide back and up a little bit, and our left hip needs to tip forward and down a little bit. From there, when you're ready, follow your breath to either vinyasa or to downward facing dog. Slow motion, tip to your plank, and then choose the direction you want to go. And as you make your way back to downward dog, again, we'll reset with a clearing breath together. So deep inhale in. And open mouth exhale out. And inhale your right leg to the ceiling. We'll take one more big standing layer. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your head. Take an extra breath just to feel that openness to the front of your right hip and the strength to your right seat. Core strong, you have the option to stay here. You have the option to slowly tip into a wild thing. Maybe right toes arrive to the earth. Opening your heart to the sky. If you're in your wild thing, really use the shoulder blades, the back of your body, to help lift your front body. We'll go back to our three-legged dog. Everyone lengthen your right leg. Take an inhale in. Right knee to your left tricep, breath out. Fall in triangle, thread your right leg through. And then open up to the left hand to the sky. Let your left heel land to the earth. So you have more leverage for your lift. Maybe reach your left hand overhead to the front of your yoga mat, adding in a side bend. Then we'll go back to our three-legged dog. Land your left hand, deep breath in, reaches your right leg up. And step your right foot forward to the top. Take a cow lunge, left knee's gonna hover as you inhale. You can find your cat lunge, lengthen your legs as you exhale. Bend into your right knee, breath in brings you all the way to stand high crescent lunge, rise up, reach up. On your breath out, goddess your arms, option to sink your back into hover. We'll inhale back to our high crescent lunge. And we'll exhale forward to airplane pose. You can also just find airplane arms. We're going to add on to our airplane pose. So shifting forward, take a moment to find some stability. Allow a little bit of a bend to your right knee. As you engage your belly, start to bend your left knee into your chest. And slowly rise all the way to stand. Once you've found yourself standing tall with your left leg, take a breath in. And then twist to the left. Let your left hand sweep down and back, right hand reaches forward. Good. Feel a little bit of length travel along your spine with your next inhale. Think about twisting deeper as you exhale. Press the back of your left hand to the wall that's behind your heart. About pushing your right palm forward. Good. From here, as you unwind to face the front of our room again, if you'd like to, maybe lengthen your left leg out. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale, airplane or warrior three. So this time as your left leg flies back, your hands can reach overhead or back beside you again. Take one inhale in. Slowly exhale to your high crescent, then into warrior two right away. Open up. Your in-breath, reverse your warrior. Maybe your left hand reaches across the front of your body this time, so you're framing your face. And as you exit a side angle, same thing as you switch your arms. If you take your left hand overhead, like extended side angle, maybe your right hand reaches across the front of your waistline. Strong through your belly, reverse your triangle. Nice full inhale, rise up, reach up. And then wide-legged forward fold, turn all 10 toes forward and dive straight down. So just taking a moment here, you can stay exactly as you are, or if you want to, take a halfway lift, and we'll keep our legs long and add in a twist if you want. So right hand, fingertips are palm to the earth, twist your left hand to the sky. Yeah, and I know in some schools of yoga, they have like, absolutely make sure your pelvis is square to the earth. I think it feels good to let my hips tip in this. So if your right hip is kind of dropping down, your left hip's a little bit higher. See how it feels, but it feels good, just keep it. Take one more breath in. And exhale, wide-legged forward, fold up, you're not already there. We'll lift up halfway again. And then low lunge to the front of the yoga mat, rotate to frame your right foot. Left palm's gonna come to the earth, twist your right hand to the sky. We're gonna take our horizon lunge this time. So turn all 10 toes to the right. Feel free to slide your right foot back a little bit towards your left foot. So you can get on the outside edge of your foot here. Wanna be on the pinky edges of both your feet. So you flex your feet, rotate your heart open, lift your hips just like you would in your side plank. Then on your inhale, if you'd like to sink your hips down, reach your right hand to the back of your yoga mat. On your exhale, we're gonna lift our hips up. Right hand's gonna reach overhead for the side body stretch. And we'll take it one more time. Inhale, option to sink and reach to the back of your yoga mat. As you exhale, lift and reach your right hand overhead into your high plank. So right hand's gonna return to the earth. Right foot steps back, you're in your high plank pose. Listen, this part's a little bit funky, so we're gonna continue to open, turning to the left. side plank. Left hand's going to the sky. This time, if you bring your left leg into a little tree leg, so left knee bent to the sky. Take a big breath in. And then on your exhales, you go to high plank pose. Option to send your left leg long back behind you to a one-legged plank. And you choose down dog or maybe take a chaturanga flow. You all meet back in downward dog eventually. Okay. Send a full breath into your body. Open mouth, exhale, release that breath out. Here you go. Inhale your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Think about really stretching your left foot to the wall that's on the right side of your body. Do that really big stretch, left thigh bone stretching to that wall that's on the right side of your body. Create a bigger stretch in the front of your left hip. Stay or find that controlled tip into your wild thing. Left toes land lightly. Breathe your heart open to the ceiling. Strength through your back body, openness to your front body. We'll meet back in our three-legged dog, so strong through your center. Inhale and lengthen your left leg to the sky. Exhale takes your left knee towards your right, tricep cross underneath. Falling triangle, extend your left leg through and start to open it up. Maybe right hand reaches overhead to the top of the room. Again, creating an extension of that line of energy through your right side body. Three-legged dog, return your right hand to the earth. Use your core strength to lift your left leg to the sky. So you step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Catch your breath with a cow lunge. Right knee's gonna sink low, big breath in. And exhale to a cat lunge, lengthen through your legs. This t-shirt was not a good choice. I'm like sweating over here in my apartment. Whew. When you're ready, bend into your left knee again. We'll make our way up to high crescent lunge. We root to rise. Take a moment to adjust, a big breath in. Okay, as you goddess your arms, you have the option to dip your right knee to a hover if that feels good. Then you have to open the front of your right hip more. Breathing in, rise up, reach up. And exhale to your airplane pose. Trying to be intentional in that shift of your energy as you fly into airplane pose without momentum. Give your airplane that moment. Again, you can start to bend to your left knee. So you engage through your belly. Bring your right knee into your body. Start to stand up with your right leg. The top. Okay, bring some awareness to your left foot and ankle, just trusting in their stability. Take your inhale. And then open arm twist to the right. Right hand's gonna reach back as your left hand reaches forward. The breath in is length. And breath out is depth. So your core strength working to twist you around here for one more moment. As we unwind to face forward, take an inhale, maybe reach your right leg long. And then as you exhale, airplane or warrior three, you choose where your hands go. Lengthen through your whole body with your breath in. You're going through crescent into warrior two as you exhale out. Once you've settled in, reverse your warrior. Option for your right hand to reach across the front of your body. Like a rib cage off of pelvis. Exhale, side angle, maybe switching your arms. And left hand reaches across your body. Your right hand reaches overhead. We'll inhale to reverse our triangle, lift all the way up and out. And wide-legged forward fold, tip down to your center. So here we are in our second wide-legged forward fold. Again, you can choose to find the twist if you wanted to go upside down or explore a different shape or variation. Take whatever you want for a couple of breaths. For the twist, you'll lift halfway. Left fingertips are palm to the earth. Right hand's gonna reach to the sky. Again, for me personally, I like to tilt my hips. It feels good in my body. But you can experiment with both. You can experiment with the traditional squaring of your pelvis, or you can let your hips tilt a little bit. Think about externally rotating your upper arm bones so your shoulders peel away from your ears a little bit. Take one last breath in. We'll exhale back to our forward fold. Let your head drop down for a moment. As you inhale to lift up halfway, turn all 10 toes to your right. We have our last little piece of our standing flow here. Right palm comes to the earth, extend your left hand to the sky, and start to make your way into your horizon lunge. So left foot's gonna slide back a little bit at least, probably. Think of this as like your sideways half pigeon. You're like half pigeon and side plank. And hips are lifted, heart is open, feet are flexed, so our legs are active. Listening to your body, especially your knees. Option to inhale, sink and reach to the back of your yoga mat. And you're finding that deep stretch through your left glute. Exhale, lift and reach your left hand to the front of the room. I'll take it one more time. Inhale, sink and reach it back. As you exhale, lift and let your left hand reach overhead. So you tip into side, or as we tip into high plank first, left hand to the earth, left foot steps back. Continuing to open, right hand's going to the sky. Now you're in your side plank facing the right side of your yoga mat, right hand lifted. Option to find a little tree moment in your right leg as you lift your hips up. Take a nice full inhale here. Exhale, high plank or a lifted leg plank, your right leg floating up. Take your breath in, Vinyasa or down dog as you exhale. Give your heart opening that moment. And downward facing dog. And eventually child's pose. Let your knees sink to the earth. Send your hips back to your heels. And offer your body 3 slow breaths. After you've taken 3 cycles of breath, take your time to move through a seat. Maybe grab a sip of water if you're thirsty. And then we're going to find our way to the back of our bodies. So as you bring your legs out in front of you and as you scooch forward, you can either just hug your knees in and relax back, or if you want to use heel anchors or some sort of core engagement, feel free to do so. For your heel anchors, knees are bent at 90 degrees-ish. Flex your feet into the earth, sit up real tall through your spine. Think about the lift of your spine coming from your core already. So your hands reach to the ceiling, take a breath in. Your core anchors your heels down as you slowly start to lower it backwards, navel to spine. The hands reaching forward as counterbalance. And eventually we'll meet in a full body stretch. Take a deep breath through the nose. And open mouth, exhale. Slowly and gently bring your knees into your body. Find your favorite version of happy baby, so hands to shins, ankles, or your feet. Actively draw your knees wide with the strength of your outer seat muscles. So think about your outer glutes Drawing your knees nice and open. You can also take a little butterfly and happy baby hybrid. So I like to hold the outsides of my feet, and as I bend my knees, I bring my big toes to touch, and I let my knees open really wide. Take an inhale in. And your exhale, figure for your right ankle on your left thigh. You take a little rock from side to side here. And then you can either keep your figure four for a figure four twist, or you can unwind your legs and stack your knees to the left, just in a gentle twist. So legs are going to tip over to the left. Again, that can be your figure four twist or your gentle twist knee stack. If you're in the figure four twist, your left hand might reach down to grab your right ankle or foot. And heart open to the sky, take 3 slow breaths. And from here, when you come back through center, we're going to take that figure four moment on second side. So left ankle will stack on your right thigh. Let your left thigh bone move away from your torso a little bit. Bring more depth and sensation with that distance. You can rock from left to right if that would feel good. And then again, you'll decide to keep your figure four and find your figure four twist. Or as you unwind your legs, let your knees tip to the right to stack in your gentle twist. But one is not better than the other, just making that conscious choice of what your body needs, really trying to follow that inner guidance of sensation. Once you've decided on your twist, go ahead and settle in and just focus on your 3 cycles of breath. After your 3rd breath, as you bring it back to the center line and unwind your legs, knees to chest. Curl your nose up to your knees, take a big breath in. On your exhale, find your way to Shavasana unless there's something else that you'd like to add in along the way. You can rest in whatever shape you'd like to. It's finding something that allows you to drop into the embrace of the earth comfortably. As you close your eyes, allow your body to melt into your yoga mat. Return the intention that you set at the very beginning of our practice to the forefront of your awareness. Let anything that is present in your mind, other than your intention, breath, and sensation, and anything else fade away. in these last few minutes of practice to be present to this moment and all the uniqueness of this moment. You find that your awareness has started to drift. For one more minute, bring all of your attention gently back to your body, your breath, and sensation. When we slow down and make the decision to go slower through our lives and to make moments of slowness, that choice to go slower, to make moments that can be embraced and enjoyed at a slower pace, that gives us space to actually cherish the moment that we're in. When we slow down, we take time to move slowly. We have the space to cherish the moment that we're in, because we have more space to not be having to think about the next thing. Where do we need to be next? What do I need to be doing next? We have the space just to be in where we're at, to be in the moment at hand. So allowing yourself to be in this moment, and cherishing this quiet moment with yourself and your body and breath. You can stay exactly as you are. You can bring one or both hands to your heart. Or if you like to close your practice in a comfortable seat, then feel free to find your way slowly and gently up to a tall spine. And you take this final moment to pause in gratitude. Gratitude for this practice that brings us together and helps us to understand ourselves and the world around us that much more. It offers us insight, clarity, and wisdom. I'm grateful for this platform that allows us to connect even from a distance. It keeps us moving and breathing together. I'm grateful for our bodies and our breath, the physical vessel that allows us to have this human experience in which we can grow and transform. So in deep gratitude, let's take an inhale together through the nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live more authentically and love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much for being here this morning, and namaste.